Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sippin' Up. Today we're making a classic Japanese appetizer that's truly dear and near to my heart. Every culture has its own version of dumplings, and while they are all wonderful and delicious, I'm a bit biased when it comes to Japanese gyoza, especially the ones created in my mom's kitchen. Growing up, I've made thousands of these with her, but she never wrote down the recipe, just like with all of her cooking. So today, I'm excited to share with you my version of her incredible gyoza that you too can whip up in your own kitchen. Plus, I'll show you how to make a simple dipping sauce that pairs perfectly with them. So follow me to the kitchen and let's get started. First, we'll begin by finely chopping about 450 grams of cabbage. That looks like a lot, but trust me, this will be just the perfect amount. It will also lose a lot of its volume after mixing in 2 teaspoons of salt. Massage the salted cabbage really well and let this sit for about 20 minutes. This will draw out excess moisture from the cabbage, which is an essential process for our gyoza filling. While the cabbage is resting, let's get the rest of our ingredients ready. Along with the fresh garlic and ginger, which are 2 of the most commonly used ingredients in Asian cooking, we are also going to need another popular herb, garlic chives. Because I love this herb so much, I grow it in my garden, but if you can't find it at your local Asian grocery store, a good substitution would be regular chives or scallions. Now back to the cabbage. After it has rested, squeeze out as much liquid as you can using a clean kitchen towel or cheesecloth, or simply with your hands like my mom does. You can probably understand why this step is so important after seeing how much water comes out of the cabbage. Also, do not rinse the cabbage, which is a common mistake that many people make at this point. We are finally ready to mix the filling. In a large bowl, combine the ground pork, squeezed cabbage, and the rest of the ingredients. Mix everything together thoroughly until all the ingredients are well combined. As you can see, your hands will be the best tool for this job. Next, we'll move on to filling our gyoza wrappers. These are the ones that I'm using today, and they are very different from the square wonton wrappers, so do make sure to get the gyoza wrappers. If you're using frozen wrappers, make sure they are fully defrosted. Take one wrapper and place about a teaspoon of filling in the center, making sure not to overfill. Then wet the edge of the wrapper with a little water. Fold it over to create a half moon shape and press the edges together to seal. You can leave them as is or pleat the edges for that classic gyoza look. It may take a little practice, and if this is too much work for you, you can look into getting one of these handy tools online. However you decide to shape them, they will all taste delicious at the end. Once all of your gyozas are filled and sealed, you can freeze them or cook them right away. I often make a big batch and keep them in the freezer for whenever I want quick meals or snacks, since you can cook them directly right out of the freezer. Heat a non-stick skillet over medium heat and add a little bit of oil for frying. Place the gyozas in the skillet, making sure they're not touching each other. Fry them for about 1 to 2 minutes or until the bottoms are just starting to get some color and beginning to crisp up. Now here's the trick to cooking perfect gyozas: steam frying. At this point, add about a quarter cup of water to the skillet and immediately cover it with a lid and reduce the heat to medium-low. Let the gyozas steam for about 5 minutes, and the steam will cook the filling all the way through and make the wrappers tender. While they finish cooking, let's quickly whip up our dipping sauce by mixing together soy sauce, rice vinegar, toasted sesame oil, and maple syrup. If you like a little bit of heat, you can swap out the sesame oil for hot chili oil. By this time, your gyozas should be fully cooked. Remove the lid and let any remaining water evaporate. Make sure to let the gyozas fry for another minute to re-crisp the bottoms. And there you have it, homemade Japanese gyoza right from my childhood. These are perfect for parties, appetizers, or even a light meal. Serve them hot and watch them disappear in no time. And to make it even better, I recommend pairing these gyozas with a nice cold beer or light refreshing sake. But as always, you do you. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe for more delicious recipes and cooking tips. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. Cheers!